Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues whatsoever, right, guys? Everybody is able to listen to me properly? Yes? Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So, how was the day? First of all, let me know. How was the day, guys? Good, great, amazing. And when I ask that, I basically mean whether it was productive or not. Okay. We are not in a boot camp of anything else, right? We are in a boot camp of study. So, was it productive for you? Like, was the day productive for you? Did you feel like, yes, today, somewhere or the other, I was able to learn, I was able to grow a little bit more than yesterday? Do you have a car? I have one car right now. I want to get one more, but yeah, depressing but productive. I think so. Me and this guy are in the same boat itself, Farhan and me, right? Farhan has said that yes, like it was productive day, but it was depressing. So I think so. Farhan and me are in the same particular boat. Right. Even I'm going through a breakup right now. So I'm also a bit depressed. I'm like, shit, man, I don't want to go through this, but nevertheless, shit happens, right? Um, so recorded lectures मिल सकते हैं क्या? So the recorded lectures are already there, right? This is a YouTube video, so it will be there for you guys as well. Okay. Okay, great. So it was productive for some of you guys. Some of you guys it was not productive. Some of you guys were like me. It was depressing but productive. You broke up with Susie. No, I broke up with my girlfriend. Like we are still in the process. Like maybe things might turn out good. Maybe it might not. So shit happens, right? Okay. Uh, was productive. Slept all day. Gained 1 kg of weight. Which car? How much it cost? When I bought it, it was around 60 lakhs. The car was Mercedes-Benz GLA 200D, that is diesel. So that was my car. Okay, where did the green screen go? So initially, I had a particular recording studio where I used to record, but I decided to record it from home. It is much more easier for me. I don't have to go around the entire Bangalore from my office, then to the recording studio, then to the boot camp itself. Sorry, to home. So yeah, that is how. Uh, okay, why you broke up? I don't know. That is also something that I am also not able to understand. Right. Uh, okay. What are the benefits of cloud computing? The benefits of cloud computing is basically, for example, you want to eat pav bhaji. ठीक है? You want to eat pav bhaji. You have all the ingredients to create pav bhaji. You have the cauliflower, you have beetroot, you have tomatoes, you have everything to create pav bhaji. But you don't have a stove, you don't have a gas. How are you going to create pav bhaji? Even though you have all the vegetables, it does not matter because at the end of the day, you don't have a stove and a gas supply itself. That is how cloud computing is. It is not the only technology. Like just learning cloud computing is not going to help you in any way. It is like a supporting thing. Like if you have all the ingredients, let's assume you have studied, let's say, data science, or you have studied, let's say, full stack development. Just learning these technology, you cannot scale it up. You cannot learn how to scale. Now in production, when you go into companies, they will be teaching you how to scale things up. So that is where cloud computing comes into play. And if you know the basics of cloud computing, that will help you go a lot further way around, right? Okay. Is cloud computing cost effective for startups on the long run? Absolutely yes. So for example, at DevTown as well, we use AWS, and we have faced a lot of issues with that because I don't want to put my own money into things itself, but some months I have to do that to make sure that it runs properly. Any recommendations on quantum computing? Yes, definitely. Do not waste your time on that. Okay, it is a research-based thing. It is still in research. It is not into production. It is not into use at any particular point of time throughout the entire world. It is still in the research process. It will take years and years to actually just get out of it and into production. So it is not for you guys right now. Okay, how much is your monthly salary? I cannot state that because nobody states that. But I can explain it to you guys in such a way that my yearly CTC is approximately Mercedes Benz E Class on road in Delhi. So that is my CTC. Like, if you can relate to that, I cannot say exactly. I've noticed that the IT market is really tough right now. Not many people are getting hired. When do you think things will get better and the market will pick up again? That is absolutely false. Okay, I want to make things very clear upon this particular topic. This is a very good question. I want everybody to listen to it before we are able to start with this particular class. After this question, I'll start with the class itself. Okay, this is a very good question. That is the why I'm taking it up. So the question states, Gokul Konar has asked this question. Very good question, Gokul. I've noticed that the IT job market is really tough right now, and not many people are getting hired. When do you think things will get better and the job market will pick up again? So this is because you guys, as freshers, you guys have seen the ups that were there. That is just after the COVID period. Around that point of time, it was the employees market. Okay, wherein like jobs were available in abundance, people were getting hired right and left. uh, Frankly speaking, I wouldn't have got hired into Google. My capabilities was up till Microsoft or Amazon at max. I wouldn't have ever gotten hired into Google at that point of time, but because it was an employees market, companies were hiring left and right, I was able to get into Google. So again, I'm being very truthful right over here. And after that, the market has become such what you are able to see, wherein you feel that the market has become an employer centric market, wherein jobs are less compared to before, and not many people are getting hired and all this kind of crap. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. This is the normal market. This is the normal market. Before COVID, this was the kind of hirings companies did. These were the numbers of people companies hired normally. Just after the end of COVID period, around the end of COVID period, the interest rates. So try to understand something. If I am a company, let's assume I am a very big MNC itself. I'm not, but still, let's assume that. So if I have 100 rupees in my bank account, as a company, I have 100 rupees in my bank account. Uh, I will not utilize these 100 rupees. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Oh, it has already got shut down. Ah, it was made perfectly. So I'll eat it again. Okay. Okay, let me explain it to you guys. If I am an MNC right over here, if I have 100 rupees in my bank account, I am not going to use those 100 rupees. I'm going to take up a loan of another 100 rupees at a certain interest rate. Because, for example, the interest rate for big companies, they take up loans in like billions of dollars. Okay, they don't take loans of 100 rupees, they take loans of billions of dollars. The interest rate upon these type of money is like 1.5%, 2%, 6%. Okay, something like that. It's very low when compared to what loans we are supposed to take, right? This helps them not to pay taxes, because if they were using that 100 rupees in the bank account, they'll have to pay taxes on top of it. That is around 30%, 40% in big countries like US, UK. Even in India, it is approximately 30%. So companies don't want to pay 30%, right? They will just take up a loan. They will show that, Arey, I don't have money. Okay, I never made any single penny itself. I'm in debt right now, and they will utilize that to interest rate paying is much more easy for them. Now during that year period, the interest rate dipped down below 2.5%. So it was around 2 1.5 2.5% itself, which is very low interest for these companies. So if a company initially had 100 rupees, they will be now getting 300 400 rupees from banks as loan. Now they are a cash rich companies, because now they can afford to take that much loan itself. They have a plenty of money itself. And that is the reason why companies started hiring left and right. Everybody was hiring. Initially, they used to hire 20 people. Right now, they were hiring 200 people itself. Okay? And that is the reason why you, as people, saw, Arey, bhai, these people are, so many people are getting placed. So many companies are hiring. Now, after your particular COVID period ended, this entire thing ended, the interest rates rose again to 6%, 7%, 8%, 10%. Now, this is a very high interest rate for companies. So companies started like returning the money to the banks and not taking up loans from the banks itself. And hence, their normal hiring began. Right now as well, every company is hiring. Right now as well, every company is hiring. Every company is taking up people to a normal extent. They're not hiring like before because that was a very separate thing. And what happened is during this period, AI came into picture. People started, idiots, sorry, not even people, idiots who don't research things properly. They rely upon Instagram and YouTube for getting their information itself. They correlated this that okay, because of AI, certainly, suddenly the hirings have dropped down. So AI is the reason why the companies are not hiring anymore. That is not the case. It's all about money for a company using AI. Okay, if you guys feel so that oh they will use AI to replace us, it is much more costly rather than just keeping an Indian to work for them. Please try to understand this. This AI also don't operate normally. You have to develop this AI. You have to like manage this AI. You have to run it on cloud computing instances. That is able. That is also a certain payment that you have to make right over there on a daily basis itself. So that is much more costly rather than just keeping an Indian at 40,000 rupees per month. Okay, so please try to understand this. Companies are still hiring. Okay, you cannot expect that okay the hirings will go back to what it was during COVID. It is just not possible. It is just not possible, at least for the next 7 8 years. It is never going to be that because it is now an employer centric market. Companies decide that okay you are going to get this particular package. So please try to understand this. Okay, do not relate all these different things itself. Okay, chalo. Let's skip all this crap and let's jump back into, and I will need a little bit of help for at the end of the boot camp, guys, from you guys, a small help. I have a certain idea. I would like to share it with you guys. I would like to get a feedback from you guys on that. So right now, let us start with our boot camp. Okay. So let me first of all share my screen with you guys. Give me a second. Let me share my screen, pop out chat. Let me put it up on the left hand side of my screen. यार बैंगलोर में आज इतनी गर्मी क्यों है भाई? Okay, present screen, share screen, entire screen, share. How can I register? I joined from today's class, no issues. Just start learning. Okay, fill up the attendance when I will be giving it up in the middle of the class. Focus upon that. Android development has a future, not at all. Learn React Native. Don't learn Android development. It has no future. Okay, so right over here, I hope so that you guys should be able to see my screens clearly. Okay, so we'll start with our today's class, guys. Today we are going to learn about something called as the S3 bucket. Okay, the S3 bucket in Amazon AWS. So we are going to learn about AWS first of all. Okay, why AWS? Again, I have explained it in our yesterday's class. It is the largest, the entire market. If you take up of the internet or the website itself, it is the largest stakeholder right over there, and it is the granddaddy of all the other cloud computing platforms like Google Cloud Platform or your Azure by Microsoft itself. So if you're learning AWS, you will easily be able to adapt to other technologies as well. And most of the companies will be demanding for AWS. So it makes things a little bit easier for you guys. Now let's come to the S3 bucket. Okay. As the name suggests, S3, a simple storage solution itself, um, gives you a storage solution, a simple storage solution. You guys have used, let's say, Drive, right? Google Drive. Have you guys used Google Drive? Please let me know. Have you guys used Google Drive at any particular point of time? Hey guys, have you guys used Google Drive? If you guys are over with present, sir, because I don't care about that. Okay, so think about S3 as the underlying architecture upon which the Google Drive is actually made. Okay, Google Drive is a product, right? Google Drive is a product. People use it to store their images, store their videos, store their pirated courses right over there and pirated movies. I shouldn't say this, but yeah, that happens. I've used it a lot, right? So, in a simple manner, if you try to understand it, the underlying cloud architecture for your Google Drive would be made by something using something like S3 buckets. S3 buckets or simple storage service itself basically provides you a storage solution on the cloud. So for example, if I'm having a lot of different movies or TV series that I want to store somewhere so that my clients are able to get it. Okay, I'm building a platform like Netflix. Okay, let's assume that it's a very simple example. Of course, this is not how it happens, but I'm just giving a very simple example. I want to build a platform like Netflix. Now I will have a lot of movies, lot of TV series that I will have to store it at some particular point of time and use it in the future itself, right? So that my clients are able to get that access through a portal that I have designed. So I will store it inside of an S3 bucket, wherein all my movies, all my TV series are stored, and based upon what a client wants, it is getting sent throughout the entire internet, right? Now, S3 for our purpose, we are going to use it to store a website. Okay, we are going to not build a website, we are going to download a website from the internet, and we are going to use S3 to store our custom website itself. And then we are going to use S3 bucket, because S3 bucket has a lot of functionalities, guys. It is not very simple, like just like, okay, it's a Google Drive and that's it. The website that we'll be storing on the S3 bucket, we will be able to convert that into an actually hosted website. Now, what do you mean by a hosted website? So, for example, I code some website and keep it on the particular computer. Will you guys be able to get access to my website? Think about it. If I code something on my particular computer, will you guys be able to get access to that particular website? No, not at all. It is there on my computer. You guys are not connected to my computer. But using an S3 bucket, you can change that. You can host it on an S3 bucket and make it public so that any person in the entire world, just like by typing www dot whatever your URL is, will be able to get access to that particular website, will be able to see your website as well. And that is what we are going to see in our today's class. Are you guys able to get a gist of what project are we trying to build in today's class? Please let me know. And let me just switch on the fan a little bit more because I don't know why it is fucking slow, I guess. Uh, it is at the fastest. Why is it like shit? Okay, are you guys able to understand it? Oh man, you guys are so intelligent. Very good. I didn't thought that I thought that I will have to be like, shit, what should I do right now? Okay, great. So what the website that we want to publish will be a portfolio website. Okay, I've already downloaded one. I'm going to show you guys how you can get yours as well. So just go over to the internet, search for HTML CSS portfolio website download. Okay, HTML, CSS portfolio website download. Now, if you guys already know HTML and CSS and JavaScript, you can build your own portfolio website as well from scratch. I will definitely suggest that over what I'm doing right over here. But if you don't know that, it's totally fine. You can just search for this. You can download a project. All these websites, they will help you to get one project. I'm just taking up the first particular website. There's 622 portfolio website templates right over here. You can just select any one of them. So I'm selecting this particular one. Okay, Miawa, whatever the name is. Okay. So as you're able to see, it is a bootstrap based portfolio website. It has jQuery, one page, so it is responsive as well. Let us look at this website. So I've already downloaded it. You guys can select your own websites and download it. You don't have to use the same one. Okay, I know you guys are smart. Many of you guys might already know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which is not that great of a deal, but very good for you guys. Okay, create your own one and use it. Okay, chalo. So I will show you guys what I have downloaded. Tin, tin, tin. So this is the website that I have downloaded, guys, as you are able to see right over here. Hi, I'm John Doe, front-end web designer or web developer. About me, download CSV services. Okay, so it has this particular hover effect right over here. Simple one is there, right? It is not like it does not has a lot of pages, just a single page right over here. Of course, you can even have multiple pages. It just should be static. There should not be any kind of backend to it. Should be a static website. You can do anything that you guys want. Okay, and it looks very basic, very simple, very easy, right? You guys can create your own. It has a particular this hamburger menu with that animation right over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit this once. Okay, so that it shows my name instead of somebody else's names, right? It should look nice. I'm going to just open it up using Visual Studio Code, and I'm just going to change that into my name. Okay, John Doe ki jagah. That John Doe doesn't look nice, right? So I'll just going to change that into Shaurya Sinha and web developer. I'm just going to save it. I'm just going to close it. I'm just going to reopen it. As you're able to see, it is coming up as hi, I am Shaurya Sinha, front end web developer. Simple, nothing too complicated, just to show you guys that like it actually works. This is our project, nobody else project. Okay. So I've just made a little bit of changes to it, but again, that is up to you guys. If you guys want to do that, it's fine. If you guys don't want to do that, it is up to you. Okay. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to just close this up and we are going to go to our S3 thing itself. We're going to sign into our console now. For those students who are concerned with this fact that how are we going to create our own AWS account, what is going to happen with us and Phalana Dhimkana, it's a very simple process. You guys must have created your Instagram accounts, your LinkedIn accounts. It's the same process as that. It is just creating an account itself. I don't think so. If you are not able to understand how to just create an account at an online platform, I think so IT is not for you. Okay, signing up is simple. Yes, it is going to ask for a credit card detail right over there, and you will have to provide that. Without that, you cannot create an AWS account. I've tried every single thing. Almost 5 years ago, there were some hacks to use to actually create AWS accounts without using credit cards. I used to do that when I was in college, but right now things are different. They have patched it up, so you cannot do that anymore. Now you will be like, array, but what if they charge us? What if they do this and that? So AWS has a free particular thing. Okay, there's a free trial right over there for almost every simple thing that is there in AWS. For example, for your S3 bucket itself, if I go in, array, yeah, if I go into pricing. So as you're able to see right over here, this is the AWS free tier. If you type aws.com/free, this is the free trial right over there. For example, if I am searching for S3 bucket, we get 5 GB of standard storage for a year completely free of cost. You are not going to get any cost if you are putting up 5 GBs of storage inside of S3. Now, a simple website or even a very complex website as well is maximum of 10 MB or 15 MB megabytes. So it is completely free of cost for you guys. We're going to use other free things as well. For example, SageMaker we are going to use. So 2 months of free trial is there. And I will be teaching you guys some of these steps to follow to make sure that you guys are not getting a bill at the end of the day. So if you follow that steps, you will not get any kind of billing at the end of the day, guys. So it will be free for you guys. Just make sure you are following what I'm teaching. Okay. Okay. So let us open up. Let us sign into the console. So I already have an account. So I'm just going to sign into the console itself. It's a free trial track through ID or through credit card info, both. So I've signed into my console itself, as you're able to see right over here. There's a new one that I've created for you guys. It is completely empty. And let's get started with it. The first thing that you can do is you can go to the search icon and search for S3. Okay, you can search for S3 right over there. From that, you will be you have to select the S3, right? The simple storage right over there, S3, and that will open up for you guys right over here. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to create our new bucket, guys. We are going to create our new bucket. So, create bucket, we'll be clicking on this little button right over here, guys, as you're able to see, create bucket. Now, this is the page that you will be able to see. First of all, we are going to name our bucket, guys. You can name it as anything. I'm going to name it as static portfolio DevTown. ठीक है, .io. ठीक है, I'm going to name it as this. You can name it as anything, guys. It is up to you guys. I'm naming it as static portfolio devtown.io. ठीक है, once I've named it up, we'll keep everything else as it is. We are not going to change anything. Okay, we are not going to change anything. As you're able to see, we're not changing anything, guys. As it is, whatever the scene is, we'll keep it as it is. Once you have done that, just click on the create bucket. Okay, this should create the bucket for you guys. As you're able to see, static portfolio devtown.io is now visible on our screens. Okay, um, we will click on this particular name. It will open up the bucket for us. Right now there is no objects present inside of the bucket. Sir, I use EC2 machine, is it okay? Until unless you are having a backend, you shouldn't go to EC2. You should utilize S3 buckets. If it is a static website, it makes no sense to use EC2. Okay, now that you have created the bucket, it is completely empty. We will have to upload all our files and folders that we need, right, into this particular bucket, right? So this bucket is like a drive. Now this drive needs to contain our all the files of the website that we have downloaded. The website that you have downloaded, at the end of the day you have to upload it right over here, right? Just like a normal drive. So click on the upload button. Click on the upload button right over here, and we'll add all the files and folders that we want to contain within this particular um, bucket. Now add files, I'll click on this and I'll first add files right over there. So I'll go into this, I'll go into public HTML, I'll click on index and components. Okay, these are the two particular files that are there. So first I'll upload the files and then I will upload the folder. So first I'll upload the files right over here. As you're able to see, both the files are now visible. Then I'm going to add a folder as well. So I'll click on the add folder. The assets folder is the one that I want to completely upload right over there with whatever is there inside of it. So I'll just click on the assets and I will click on upload. So we'll just click on upload right over here. Now, once we are able to do that, as you're able to see, it is just 4 MB in size. The entire website with everything is just 4 MB in size, guys. And we have 5 GBs of storage space for an entire year free of cost. 5 GB is free of cost itself. So you can create n number of websites right over here. You can host n number of websites. You can even take up clients and host their websites as well. You can contact some small businesses, and if they want a website of their own, you can create a website and you can host it on your AWS itself for free and take in money from them as well on a monthly basis, right? So that will be very helpful for you guys at a later point of time. But yeah, once you are able to do that, we are not going to do anything else. We are just going to click on upload. Okay, we'll just click on upload right over there. Now this is going to take in almost 5-6 minutes because it is a lot of files to be uploaded, and I don't know why AWS is a bit slow with these things. So it is going to take 5-10 minutes approximately. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll answer some of the questions while it is getting uploaded. Sir, EC2 for cloud Linux and for cloud computing, currently learning Ansible and get Docker completed. Very good, Mohit. Very good. It's actually a pretty great learning structure that you're following right over there. So I want to learn about data mining. Please give me suggestion. Do not learn about data mining. That will be my suggestion, because most of the students, when they think about data mining, they only think about one thing, that is scraping and all this kind of stuff. If you even want to learn data mining, it is basically data engineering that you will have to study, because data mining is a very small part of data engineering. Basically, learn about ETL pipelining, collecting data, pre-processing data from multiple different places, okay, and putting it up at one particular spot. So, like how to work with a database, collecting data from a database, collecting, scraping websites itself, tapping into APIs to collect data, tapping into like some kind of CSV files or Excel files or JSON files itself. These are all data that are of different types, how to clean them, process them, convert them into one particular format and load it at one particular place. So if you're able to do that, it covers up both data mining as well as a little bit about data engineering. Please tell something about ML. Many of the people confuse this, that AI and ML, they will always say this. There is nothing called as AI and ML. It does not exist. It is the same as speaking as I'm learning mathematics and addition. It makes no sense. Addition is a part of mathematics. You cannot say I'm learning mathematics and addition. Okay, so do not go behind ML. Learn artificial intelligence properly. And just learning artificial intelligence is also not sufficient because it's a very small tool. You cannot do shit with AI. Okay, you cannot do anything with AI. It is actually data science that you have to learn, in which one of the most smallest parts is actually artificial intelligence. Data analyst has career or not? I am a data analyst, so yes, it has a career. What is the future of cybersecurity? For people who are interested in cybersecurity, you should start off with full stack development, get a job in full stack development, and study cybersecurity simultaneously. Once you're able to get some opportunities, you can shift into cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, freshers are usually not hired. Okay. So right over here, guys, as you're able to see, the upload is now successful. We have successfully uploaded everything into our S3 bucket, guys. So we'll just scroll it down, scroll it up. We'll click on close. Okay. As you're able to see, we are having the components.html, the index.html, and the entire assets folder right over there in our S3 bucket. Now, if you go into permissions, okay, if you go into permissions right over here, and you will scroll a little bit down, you're having this block public access. Now, the websites, the particular objects that are there inside of our website, inside of our S3 bucket itself, um, guys, I'll take the questions a little bit later on. Okay, right now, let's try to focus upon this, right? I'm very sorry. So, like I said, guys, right now all our stuff of our website is currently present inside of our S3 bucket, but it is saying that all the public access is currently blocked on our like S3 bucket. Like nobody else except me. I'm the owner of this S3 bucket, right? I'm the owner of this S3 bucket. So except me, nobody else will be able to access the S3 bucket or the objects present inside of it. That we want them to do that, right? We want them to be able to access our website. Are you guys able to understand this right now? Because we have blocked the public access, nobody can access the objects present in our website. But we want people to access that, right? So first of all, we have to disable this. First of all, we have to disable this right over here. So we'll go into edit and we'll click on uncheck this. So as you're able to see, it is going to unblock the public access. So public access will be given. Save changes. We'll have to confirm this. FIRM confirm, and that will confirm that okay, right now block all public access is completely off right over there, guys. Okay, what is the next thing that we have to do? Now the bucket policy. Now once you have blocked the public access, you have sorry unblocked the public access, people can access your S3 bucket. People can now access your S3 bucket, but they will still not be able to access the objects present inside of it because that is your private things. Okay, they'll still not be able to access the objects present inside of it. So we have to make sure that even the objects are public as well. Even the objects are public. So for that, we are going to create a new bucket policy. Now, like I've already said, the communication between front end and back end usually happens in JSON. So you need to write a simple JSON message that basically states that whatever is there inside of this bucket, whatever is there inside of this bucket is also having public access. Okay, anybody can access the bucket as well. Anybody can access the objects present inside of the bucket as well, both as public access right over there. Okay, guys, I'm very frankly speaking this. Everybody and anybody who's asking for the attendance, they are not going to get any certificates from our end. Okay. If you're here just for the certificates, we are not at all interested in giving you guys the certificates. The certificates are only meant for people who are actually learning in the class. Let me tell you this very frankly. I have two volunteers that I've selected, and these are volunteers. They have only one task in the entire boot camp to take down the IDs and the email IDs of every single guy who is just asking for attendance, who is not paying attention in the class. But they are asking for attendance. They are not interested in the class itself. So these guys will not get any certificates from our end. Any certificates from our end. Nani Bellam, please focus upon the class. If you're not here to focus upon the class, I really don't care about your question. Okay. If it's an interesting question, if it's a question related to the topic that I'm teaching, it's fine. Otherwise, please wait till the end of the class itself. Chalo. Uh, okay, moving further from right over there. So we are going to put up a particular bucket policy right now. Okay. So we'll click on edit and I've already written the bucket policy for you guys. So I'll just copy paste the bucket policy from right over here. Control A, Control C. Control A, Control V. Now, as you're able to see, if you guys want to create this, what you can do is you can just click on add new statement. Okay. Click on add new statement right over there. So this will give you a demo of how a new statement should look like. This will give you a demo to how the statement should look like. Okay. So that is how you can get the structure. Once you've got the structure, you can just copy paste this particular format itself that is there on your screens. You can just read through it if you guys want. I don't know if you guys are able to see it or not. Okay. So this you can just, like, if you are able to see, so just you will get the structure and then follow this. So what it says right over here is that um, version, that is the today's date today, because we have put this up right over here. The statement says that the SID states, well, what you're trying to do. So I'm trying to allow the public read access. Now people cannot write something. People cannot come into your bucket and change things. They cannot do that. They can only read what is already present inside of the bucket. They cannot edit it. They cannot delete it. They cannot do anything. They can just read. So allow public read access. That is what we are trying to do. Principal star basically means everything present inside of our bucket. Star basically means all. Inside of programming, inside of JSON, star means all. So everything present inside of our bucket itself, that is what we are talking about. We want to allow public read access for that. So effect allow, that you should allow that. So I think so that's simple. S3 dot get object. This action gets, so whenever somebody tries to come to your bucket, it will get the objects from the bucket itself. That is what you are saying right over here. Now for the resource, that basically means which particular bucket are we talking about right over here? What objects are we talking about right over here, guys? Now this is for a previous bucket, so you have to change it. To change this, just copy the bucket code from right over here. As you're able to see, this is the bucket code. Just copy the bucket code, okay, and then just replace this with that particular code. Control V. Replace this with that particular code, guys. Once you replace this, what we are going to do is we have to select everything in. So right now, resource is basically the bucket, but we don't want the bucket. We want everything present inside of the bucket itself. The objects present inside of the bucket. We want to allow the public read access to the particular objects present inside of the bucket itself. Okay. Where can we go a little bit depth, because this thing is already done in my college again. So Hill, great, but not everybody is studying cloud computing in their college, right? I have to start somewhere from the basic itself. Yes, we'll go a little bit deeper into the projects and everything, but again, not everybody in this boot camp is studying cloud computing in their college. I've made this very clear. So I have to start somewhere from the basics itself, right? Okay. How do we get to know where the bucket policy code? So right over here, just above the policy, you are having the code right over here itself. In Nikhil, if you want to listen to me again, this is a YouTube video. You can scroll back and listen to me once again itself. Okay. So I want to get everything inside of this particular bucket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write forward slash and then star. I'm going to write forward slash and then star. That from this particular bucket, from this bucket, static portfolio devtown.io, get everything present inside of this bucket. That are the resources that we are talking about. Okay, that are the resources that we are talking about right over there, guys. Okay. So once that has been completed, we'll go down below and we'll click on save changes, guys. We'll go down below and click on save changes right over here. Again, for those guys who are asking, please repeat. I don't understand what repeat means. Many of you guys, I think so, you're using YouTube for the very first time in your life. This is a YouTube video at the end of the day. You can scroll back and listen to it once again. If you just want me to repeat something, then just scroll back and listen to me once again. I am not going to repeat it. Yes, this is JSON code itself. Absolutely yes. Now, once you have done that, okay, once you have done that, we'll go back. Okay, we'll go back from right over here. We'll go back into properties. Okay, we'll go back into properties. We'll scroll down to the last of properties itself. Just scroll down to the last. Okay, you'll see something called as static website hosting. Static website hosting. Right now it is disabled. Right now it is disabled right over here. We just need to enable it. So we'll click on edit. Okay, we'll click on enable. Okay, will not change anything else, guys. Everything will be the same. Okay. Um, but why are you being rude? Some people are slow. Could you just have said it normally? आजकल का जनरेशन इतना, क्या ही बोलूं, इनको हर चीज से हर्ट हो जाता है. किसी और को भी बोलो तभी हर्ट हो जाता है. इतना हर्ट मत तो लो यार. ऑफिस में जाओगे ना, बॉस इतना गाली देने वाला है, इतना गाली देने वाला है ना, दिमाग का दही हो जाता है डेली बेसिस पे. फिर क्या करोगे डेली? मेरे बॉस ने मुझे गाली दे दिया, वो आराम से भी तो बोल सकता था. यार अंडे का भुजिया हो गया. भाई साहब, इन लोग का ऑफिस में पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. मेरे जैसा बॉस मिल गया ना, मेरे इंटर्न्स मुझसे इतना फेड अप रहते हैं. तुम लोग का एकदम हालत टाइट हो जाएगा यार. मैं तो माँ बहन सबकी गाली दे देता हूँ मीटिंग में बैठ के. ओ भाई साहब, इसको तो बोल भी नहीं रहे थे यार, किसी और को बोल रहे थे. ये एकदम मतलब कि यार इतना रूड हो गए. भाई 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 भाई. जेंजी. मेरा भाई भी जेंजी है. माय ब्रदर इज ऑलमोस्ट 4 years younger than me. उसको तो ये सब प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता. अच्छा, हो सकता है मेरा मेरा ही खून है. अब हम थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ये होते हैं, कठोर दिल वाले. भाई साहब. Okay, see, guys, if you feel so that uh, I'm being rude or some shit like that, I really don't care about it. I'm not rude. Okay, I like to be open. I'm as it is. Okay, rude and disrespectful is something that I'm not, according to me, especially. But जो थोड़े से सॉफ्ट हार्टेड होते हैं उनको लगे ऐ कैसे बोल सकता है ये मेरी को. अब मैं उसके लिए कुछ नहीं कर सकता भाई. ओके, चलो. No issues in that. We'll continue from right over there. Okay. So don't change anything. Everything should be the same. Okay. We are not going to change anything. We're just going to click on enable. We are going to move further with that. Okay. Just one thing that we have to put in up right over here is the index document. This is the main page of your website. Now maybe your website has like 40, 50 pages. Okay. So which is the main page when the person, when your client comes to your website, which is the first page that should be shown to him? So for me, it is the index.html file. Okay, that is the index.html file right over there. I'll just put it right over here, index.html. Okay, that is what I'm going to put it down right over here, guys. I'm going to go down below. Again, I'm not going to change anything else. Okay, I'm just going to click on save changes. I'm just going to click on save changes right over there. Once you do that, okay, once you do that, you again scroll down to the very bottom of the page. You will be able to see that there is a bucket website endpoint. This is your URL to your website. I am a DevTown ambassador. I haven't got the free internship yet. That is the free internship. That is DevTown campus ambassador. That is DevTown citizenship program. That is the internship. कोई बात नहीं, चलो ठीक है. Right over here, guys, you are having the bucket website endpoint. Just click on it. Okay, just click on it. It will open up in a new page. I hope so everything works properly. Jai Ganesh Mangal Karnam. If it does not work properly, people are going to shit on me. Okay, yeah, it works. Yay! Right. So as you're able to see now, anybody can open up the website. Anybody can look at the website itself. I can send this link. I can put this link on my portfolio and put this link on my resume as well. I can share it with my clients as well, and they will be able to go through my website. Okay. And that is one of the benefits. And it took us what? Less than 45 minutes to complete it. And if you guys were not in a live boot camp, you would have been able to do this in what, 15 minutes at max, right? So that is the point, guys. In 15 minutes, you have a website up and running. You can share with anybody itself, right? But it's showing that it's not secure. Absolutely, yes, it's not secure because it's a public S3 bucket right over there. We have not enabled any kind of domain linking or something like that. We can use Route 53 to actually do it, but again, that is going to cost you. I don't want to teach you guys anything that is going for which you have to pay money. So I want to make sure that the entire thing is free of cost itself for you guys. So again, but if you are interested that I don't want this kind of domain, I want www.shauresinha is a noob.com or something like that, then you'll have to buy that domain. A domain will cost you about $14 approximately. That is somewhere around how much Indian rupees? I guess somewhere around $1,000 for an entire year. So you can definitely do that. and get your own domain, link it up with this particular website, and it's very simple. You can just go to Cloud 53. It will be able to guide you through that. It is again an S3 uh, thing itself. Brother, can we make this in WordPress too now? Please don't use WordPress, dude. Like, if you are aiming to become an engineer, if you are aiming to get into a company, no company is hiring a WordPress developer right now. Okay, yes, for freelancing and try it out, but in freelancing, WordPress competition is very high. Okay. Uh, what are those files and folders you have uploaded? I started with that. Like, I downloaded the website that I want to upload. Right? That were the files and folders that I uploaded. Right? Okay. Are you Hindu? Absolutely. My father is from Bihar. My mom is from Maharashtra. I've done my schooling from Gujarat. I've done my college from Jharkhand. I've done my job in Bangalore itself. My parents live in Gurgaon right now. So everything is like I've traveled the entire continent, the entire country itself right now. I feel so, right? Okay, so that is how you guys can do it. I will love if you guys are able to do this today and create your own personal portfolio websites. Now, let us try to understand how to delete it. Okay, this is where you guys need to understand what happens is that if I keep this up and running, okay, if I keep this up and running, it is going to work for a year. For a year, it is not going to charge me anything. Okay, but after that, there's some basic charges will be applied. So, what to do to make sure that I'm not getting any charges? Because right now I'm just practicing. This is not my personal portfolio. I'm just practicing steps, things up. So, what you can do is you can click on Amazon S3. Okay, you can go right over here. You can click on buckets. Okay, just check all the buckets that are there. So these are the two buckets that I'm currently having. Okay, I'm going to click on both the buckets. Okay, first of all, let's see the bucket that we have currently created. So static portfolio DevTown. I'm going to empty these buckets up. Empty basically means to delete everything present in that particular bucket. Okay. Same can be done using Cloudflare. Absolutely yes, but I will still suggest using AWS rather than something else. Okay. Because again, what you are studying, what for what company wants, you're not studying for what I want. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, empty basically means whatever objects that are present inside of the buckets itself, the website items that are present inside of the buckets, it will first delete that. It will first delete that. Can't we use free platforms like Versal to host our sites instead of S3? Okay, last time I'm going to explain this. There are multiple ways of hosting websites. Okay, even for free as well. We are not learning how to host a website. We are learning AWS. We are learning AWS. We are not learning how to host a website. Please try to understand this. We're not here how to host a website. This is not a particular boot camp for how to host a website itself. This is not a boot camp for that. This boot camp is for learning AWS for placements, learning AWS for your projects at the end of the day. Because companies want AWS. Companies don't want your familiarity with hosting a website. The companies want a familiarity with AWS itself. Okay? I hope so that you're clear with that. Okay, so first we'll empty the buckets. We'll click on empty. We'll go down below. We'll have to type permanently delete. PRMANEN TLYDE delete empty. So as you're able to see, we have successfully emptied the bucket. Okay, we have successfully emptied the bucket that is there. We'll exit right over here. If you go inside of the bucket right now, it is completely empty. There is no object inside of the bucket. There's no object inside of the bucket, guys. We'll again go back. We'll again go back itself, guys. And then we'll again going to select the bucket. This time we're going to delete the bucket itself. This time we are going to delete the bucket. Okay. So we'll click on delete right over here. We have to write down the bucket name to make sure that we don't accidentally delete it. STATIC static portfolio devtown.io delete bucket. Okay, and done. As you're able to see, the bucket has been deleted. There's no bucket that is currently remaining. So this way you can practice things up on AWS without getting a cost. Right now, again, we are trying to make sure that we are practicing things up. You don't actually need to host something on AWS. We are learning how to use AWS at the end of the day. Your familiarity with AWS itself. Okay? Why can't we directly delete the bucket? You can directly eat from your plate as well, right? You put the food, nahi, bhai wo bhi chodo. You cook the food in a particular pan. You can take the pan and directly eat from the pan itself, not even use your hands. Right? You put your face in the pan and start eating it. What are people are going to call you? An animal, right? This is a way of doing things. You cook a food in your pan, you put it in a plate, you use fork and spoon to eat it, or your hands to eat it. Okay? You don't directly put your face into a burning pan and start eating it. You are an animal at the end of the day. This is the correct way of doing things. So that you don't accidentally make mistakes. You don't accidentally delete a bucket that was not even needed. Okay? Okay. Can you please tell us about Microsoft Power Platform? It is only needed if you are actually in a company or working in the company and the company says that you need it. As a fresher, you don't need to learn it. It is a very, very, very poor decision to learn it as a fresher because very few companies actually employ Microsoft Power in their own companies. Many companies use other technologies as well. If you learn that, you are limiting your own like options of getting a placement itself. Certification of AWS is important? Absolutely not. Your familiarity with AWS and your understanding of AWS itself is enough to get you a certification. Certification is not necessary. Certification is not necessary. Lambda. You can create a Lambda application right over there that can delete it for you. But again, you'll have to code it at the end of the day by your own. Google GCP versus AWS, which is best? I've already answered this almost 5, 6 times, so I will not be able to answer it again and again. Okay. 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 Your screen got stuck. अच्छा ऐसा क्या? Right now is it okay? Right now is it okay? I don't know. You cannot see things. अभी तो सही बता रहा है. All clear? Okay, great. Okay, one more thing, guys. So now that we have finished up with hosting a static website, I wanted a suggestion for you. I'm going to read a particular idea that has been given to me, and I want you guys to tell me how good the idea is. Okay, if it's possible. The idea. So is everybody on the same page with me? I will give you guys an idea that we are having related to some say, content that we are trying to create for you guys. I want you guys to let me know if you guys find this idea great, good or not. Okay. So this ideas is for some good quality reels and some project ideas, daily project ideas for you guys. So we're planning that every 3 days we'll release a reel which showcases a scenario in which a project can be helpful for you, and we'll be providing the project to you guys as well. So the first one is basically Gym Jao Alarm. So this is basically out of our own. So I am fat as fuck right now. I used to go to gym. Right now I don't because I have a lot of work and I'm not able to get that motivation to actually go to gym. Even if I pay for a gym membership, I don't actually go. So this application user sets a particular time when he wants to go to the gym, and the location of the gym as well. Now the user reaches the gym, okay, with the location access to the app. If he is not reaching the gym, every 10 minutes, a particular video of Rajat Dalal will appear on the screen with his iconic song. Okay, it's an irritating app, but gym karwa dega. Until unless you actually come go to the gym, okay, it will continuously every 10 minutes it will play some irritating song for you guys, so that you actually go to the gym at the end of the day. Now this like if showcased in a sort of a skit itself on a reel, and then like coding the entire thing and providing you guys with a code. So such type of particular like projects we are thinking about. If you guys will be interested in it or not. For example, a flatmate Tinder, a Tinder app, a Tinder exactly like Tinder, but for flatmates, finding flatmates for you. So using the same features as Tinder, but finding flatmates in different cities and localities right over there. So that is one of the other ideas that was there. Uh, but then, like for example, in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping and I'm watching a particular video, I'm into my entire kambal and everything. I don't want to like put my hand out and fast forward the things itself. So a motion sensed video player. This may you can control playback speed through of the movie through your eyes or through your hand gestures or something like that. Using most like some IoT devices or something like that. So these are some of the things that we are starting to work upon. I've already told you guys videos we have started to edit. So by right now it was on 20th, but we have postponed it to 30th. From 30th, the videos will start coming up for full stack development as well as data science and artificial intelligence. Along with that, reels will also start coming through around 30th itself. Reels will also start coming through on YouTube. So let's see how that goes on. Okay. Okay. So let us start with our attendance right now. Otherwise, some people will actually kill me, I guess. Attendance. Okay, forms. I have to go there. What is the scope and average salary of AI engineer in upcoming years? There's nothing called as an AI engineer. Uh, where companies just give it a fancy name. Very few companies have actual AI engineers right over there. Everybody is an SDE. Some of these SDEs work upon the artificial intelligence concepts as well. And yeah, the salaries depends upon which company you're joining. For example, if you're joining a shit company, the salary is 3 to 6 lakh per annum. If you're joining a great company, it will be somewhere between 26 to 60 lakhs per annum approximately. Okay, I have to give you guys day two attendance. Do you have any placement courses? We have it, but yeah, it's up to you guys if you guys want to join it or not. Because then that is something that is not free, and I don't suggest you guys investing money into something when you can get things for free itself. Okay. Nowadays Python has more scope or .NET. पहले तो .NET अलग होता है, Python अलग होता है. If you are comparing, you will have to compare it with what do you say? .NET, sorry, Python and C Sharp, or you will have to compare between .NET and Django. So that comparison is very different. Data analytics with artificial intelligence, I have already started doing that. Like I said, from 30th of this month, we'll start putting it up on YouTube for free, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. So right now, the attendance will be given to you guys. The attendance link will be open for just 5 minutes. For those guys, if you are able to fill it up in 5 minutes, great. If you're not able to fill it up with 5 minutes, your attendance for today will be gone. So start filling up the attendance. The attendance link is in the live chat itself. Is studying from your AWS and computing lectures will help? Depends. If you don't know anything about cloud computing, absolutely it is going to help you. But if you have a lot of experience with cloud computing, I don't think so. The boot camp is going to be very beneficial for you. Yes, you will be able to learn something new, but yeah, you can spend that time somewhere else. If you take MCA or end with BCA, just go with BCA and get a job. Okay, MCA में कुछ अलग से नहीं पढ़ रहे हो. If you are a first year student who has basic Java knowledge, programming and DSA, what should they choose to study further? Go with full stack development using JavaScript. It will be best for you. When are you uploading the complete backend video like 30 hours? So I think in August we will be able to upload it because we'll be starting off with things at this month's end. So as a fresher for cloud computing job opportunity, what skill set do we need? Full stack development with expertise in cloud computing. Just cloud computing won't help you. Okay. The attendance link is in the live chat at exactly 9:20. The attendance link will be closed. I have another meet that I have to attend. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class and continue from right over there. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.